Hi, and welcome to Soul Food Ministries Outreach. I'm Henriette Hobson. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the focus of this channel, which is No More Jim Crow. We are not going back. No More Jim Crow is set up as a ministry just for particularly focusing in on the care and the heart of Black Americans. A platform where they can come and know this is about caring about them, even though I may not, talk on in racial terms on something, is sharing the word of the Lord, of what the heart of God is, which is what this is, and not everything in here, but um, and everyone can learn, glean, receive their deliverance from what is being said here because it's of the Lord. But particularly the Lord wants Black Americans to know that He loves them, He sees them, He cares. He's already made provisions for them. And the thing is about getting into the pool of the Lord, you stand around even on the sidelines and you get splashed up with, His blessings. And so I almost said holy water. And what I've learned through a lot of these ex-sorcerers and what have you, learning that what they call holy water that's in these that stuff has been uh, prayed over and assigned to go out and uh, distribute demonic presence in the people's lives that are using it and believing in it. Huh. The holy water comes out of the fountain of God, out of the fountain of Jesus. And then He puts that fountain of Him is inside of you. Excuse me, which is the Holy Spirit. That's Him. His Spirit is holy. He sent the Holy Spirit here to fill us, support us, pray through for us, through us, all of it. And He's making intercession for us even now, where He is with the Father, seated in the heavenly places where we're in Him. I mean, it's all connected. And this platform is the most important part of this platform, this channel, is to bring people to the knowledge and invite them to come to Jesus Christ. It's a unspoken invitation. This is what this whole ministry is about, because without Him, as your God and your only God, He is the one true and only living God. And you can't have Him along with every other God that, all these cults and what have you have come up with. And your spouse can't be your God. Your children can't be your God. No one can have seat over Him. That's if you want victory. If you want real, true victory. The victory is already won and set if you do the prerequisites for it, So, it's just hugely important to have a platform like this. And there are so many out there that are really trying to focus in on Black Americans because of the opposition that comes against us, greater than it does anyone else that has ever lived in this country. Even the Native Americans, they say, how they've been treated, the land taken from them, and so forth and so on. Well, Black people were here before they were called Native Americans, okay? Because everybody was Black before. And I mean, you're talking going back, a few thousands, but they did them terrible. Okay, it was a terrible injustice. I'm not saying, I wouldn't dare make it seem like it's trivial or something, but they tried to make up for it. Okay, they sent, even though it was twisted, because they twisted those people that act like that and have spirits like that. It's not just white people, okay, but they tried to send you to school. They gave you nice uniforms. They were putting learning in you of American ways and what have you, by force, of course. They cut off your hair, things that meant something seriously meant something to you. It might have been overkill in the in the sense that when something becomes your God, identifies you, as beautiful as that mane is, that beautiful, um, you can't be identified by it only. Our identification has to be Jesus. And all of, you know, everything else. I mean, because even in the native culture, even though I believe that they recognized, and there were some born again people of the native people that knew the one true and only living God, the creator. But it was also taken to a demonic level with a lot of other things. Okay, just way over the top. And so, that's why we're here. And because everyone else that has come over here, they have their little stories about, and I say little stories because it's little in comparison to the excuse me, decades and decades and decades, and hundreds of years that we were torment is still going on right now. And then our ancestors, they went over there, and I forget how many hundreds of thousands of people. And this man's name, he's such trash that he's not worthy to know his name. But because of what he did, and it's part of history, I think he was a German, and he went over there and he lied about what he was over there going to do to get access. And he began to cut people's arms and hands and feet and dismembering people while they were alive. African people. You're talking an evil that is, that's an evil that you're talking about straight out of Satan. The demons in him were greater. That's some ugly, 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 inhuman mess. Okay? So don't come around us talking about how great your trials are. And they used to call the Irish the N word, but put white in front of it, and all of the things that people come along with, and every one of the cultures that came over here, destitute, deformed, sick, all of it. Then they decided to turn their backs on us when they were coming and enjoying the fruits of us. We built this country. We're the ones that moved earth, mountains. I mean, they talked about, I forgot, it was, I'm trying to think, it was one of the, I don't know if it was I don't want to get it wrong, You know, especially if somebody else. I mean, we're not the only ones that did labor over here. The Asians and um, Mexicans and Latinos, Hispanics, whatever, Spaniards or whatever, whoever, don't make any difference. When you get finished with it, you all had a country of your own that you could go back to. You didn't have to be here. They didn't steal you and bring you over here in enslave you in chains and, steal neck braces and brand you and, rape you. Now some of them you did because you're dealing with evil people. But overall, see, there are so many differences in people trying to minimize what happened to us. Why do y'all just keep talking about it? Gotta keep, because you're trying to hide it, what you actually did, and why things look like they do today, and the way you present us, even today. And the question back at you: why don't you stop talking about 9/11? Why don't you stop talking about the war in Afghanistan and all of it? See, you don't want us talking about anything because you think we're not worthy to to have a complaint about anything or bring out the truth or expose. They murdered Dr. Martin Luther King. It was just an extra excuse for them, but because he protested against the war in Vietnam. Well, Johnson didn't want him saying anything about that. Oh, that's what he turned against him. See, because never was totally for him per se, because this man didn't have the character to be able to be trusted and for anybody. He sent so many black soldiers over to Vietnam just for the sake of his own ego, to save face and to make money. We didn't even have to be in that war. We didn't have to be in the war that long or whatever. And not only did he send black ones over, but it was a lot of us. He sent white ones too, everybody. He used everybody he could. See, this is the kind of mess we're talking about. How many sacrifices did he sacrifice, human sacrifices, for his gain? Snuffed out people's destinies and their stars, which is part of their, what is like in the spirit, it's got to do with stars and things. But listen, please, Jewish people, stop it. Just stop it. When it comes to us, don't approach us with that mess. First thing they want to say, if you say anything about them that's not how wonderful they are, is anti-Semitism, anti-Semitism. They don't use the cross because they don't believe in Jesus. But they have created a whole life that's a lie. Even black Christians. First of all, because of money and exposure of power and what have you, some of the most perverted mess ever. They don't tell you their involvement in slavery. The first ships that went over there, who owned them, the assignment by whom. They tried to erase that history. All they want you to know is, did you read the book of that Diary of Anne Frank? Like, stop me in the store and ask me some silly mess like that. And I'm not going to even get into that. But, black Americans deal with some of the most ridiculous, heinous mess. You look on YouTube and see all the videos that people have taken of white people deciding that they are better than, they got this supremacist mindset. And they want to think they can hit somebody black or kicked somebody. One lady, she kicked a black lady in a store. Worst mistake of her life, I'm sure. The lady was like, "You did not kick me." She took her shoes off and she beat that woman so her face looked like something that the police abuse have done to black folks. And she's so foolish that she said, "Well, at least I went all 5 rounds," or some stupid answer like that. No, you didn't go on no 5 rounds. And I mean, this shows you the stupidity with this whole thing. Black people trying to mind their business, working our way to get to where we should be. Now, I know, I hear you saying about the drug dealers and the forced in those situations. See, when black people were trying to have class and be poised, and we do have class, and we are poised, we actually are the ones that start civilized societies. But anyway, when we were trying to do the whole Beaver Cleaver thing, trying to have nice homes and, what have you. It wasn't, you didn't want us to have that. You didn't want, it's not about us. It's about them demons inside of those white people that think that they're supreme over anybody they decide, especially us. And to the point that you lynch people, cut off their genitals, cut off their ears, use them as souvenirs and trophies. You bring your children to such a thing. That's what Elon Musk and Trump did. Elon brought his son to the Oval Office, so Trump, he's got his granddaughter or some little cute little white girl. I'm not gonna demonize her because she's with some idiots, and trying to put her in the camera for nothing is gonna make you good, either one of you all. And all of them demons that you got around that 13 demons you got around that table. See, he's trying to duplicate the original 13 families or what have you in that have been over, I don't know how many thousands of years or the hundreds and thousands of years that it's been going on. It's beyond, it really starts way beyond America. But he's trying to have his, that's all right. Y'all just hang on. Because let me tell you something. He's trying to outdo Satan himself. Okay? He's bringing up his own 13 and whatever, their numbers are 11 and 13 and a bunch of whatever. Doesn't matter. Because see, try to outdo Satan if you want to. He is the ultimate narcissist personified and, oh my God, magnified so